If everyone in the room could please be quiet.
Okay, we're going to get started here. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight for our Hardship to Hope annual reception. As I'm speaking, your servers may come around and ask you for your choice for this evening, so please feel free to interact. It's no problem. It's wonderful to see so many friends and partners and champions of our mission together in one place like this, and the incredible resilience and progress of those we serve. Thank you, thank you. Okay. When my husband, Jeff Brown, and I founded Uplift Solutions in 2009, we were focused on addressing a critical issue, the issue of food deserts. We saw the toll that limited access to fresh, healthy, and affordable food, and it was impacting so many underserved communities. We knew that something needed to change. Over time, our mission has evolved as we recognize that there were so many other barriers faced by these communities, particularly for justice-involved individuals and at-risk youth. In 2017, Uplift expanded its focus to include workforce development, launching our Workforce Solutions program, one that aimed at helping justice-involved individuals overcome barriers, gain life skills, and secure meaningful employment. We've been able to build on our foundational work by providing not just food security, but long-term solutions that empower individuals to build a better future. Tonight, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our remarkable board of directors who help guide the organization forward with passion and purpose. If you are a board member of Uplift Solutions, could you please stand up so we can acknowledge you? Thank you for all of your dedication and leadership. We are so grateful for everything you do to advance Uplift's mission. As you take in the evening, I'd like you to direct your attention to the program card that is placed at each of your seats. You'll see a QR code at the bottom. If you scan it, it will give you access to tonight's digital program book and details on how to participate in our Text to Give program. Our goal tonight is to raise an additional $5,000, and with your help, whether it's big or small, no contribution is too little. We greatly appreciate it, and we can reach this goal and expand Uplift's life-changing programs even further. Thank you for considering what you can give to support this mission. I'm sorry. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies for the evening, a journalist with deep ties to our community and a commitment to telling stories that matter. Shari Williams is the co-anchor of Action News at 5 and Action News at 10 on BHL 17. She joined the Action team in March of 2014, anchoring the 5 p.m. newscast and reporting on the 11 p.m. Her work is defined by strong, thoughtful reporting, both in studio and live on the scene. She's covered some of our biggest stories, from hosting town halls on critical issues like gun violence to the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. She has a remarkable ability to bring empathy and insight into every story she tells. Welcome me in joining our fabulous Mistress of Ceremonies.
Good evening to everyone in the room. They told me this thing was going to be happening, but they didn't warn me it was going to be like this. You guys look fantastic, and I'm so glad to join you on this occasion. It's well worth it. I tell people all the time when they invite me to things, if it's not about community, if it's not moving the needle, then I might not show up. But if it is impacting the citizens that live in the tri-state, I surely want to know about it. So I'm so thankful to have been invited to MC tonight. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Sandy, so much for your kind words and all that you do for Uplift Solutions. I'm very honored to join you here tonight and to be a part of an organization with such an impactful mission. Being a news anchor at 6ABC, we have quite the legacy of being in this community and not just being in it, but being a part of it. And I'm so grateful that our team at 6ABC is definitely serious and committed to being a part of this community and allowing us to have our voices be a part of this. I see a lot of faces in the room that I recognize. Looking forward to seeing and talking to more of you. Well, as someone who has been privileged to report stories of resilience and transformation across our city, I'm inspired by Uplift Solutions' vision. A world in which all people have paths to meaningful opportunities, allowing them to reach their full potential. This vision comes to life here every day as Uplift Solutions works tirelessly to reduce the barriers faced by justice-involved individuals and at-risk youth, helping them find pathways to long-term success. And those of us who live in this city, we know how critical that is. Through job training, life skills, and real community, Uplift Solutions creates a supportive space where participants don't just gain employment, they regain their dignity. They get their pride back and a renewed sense of purpose. Many of Uplift's staff bring their own lived experiences to the work that they do day in and day out, fostering an environment where participants feel truly understood and empowered to overcome the challenges of the stigmas that surround their circumstances and really the fear that might come with that as well. It's a beautiful mission and it's making a tangible difference in hundreds of lives. So tonight, we are here to celebrate this mission in action. We will hear from some of our most inspiring honorees. We will also enjoy performances from an orchestra I've come to love recently, the Urban Guerrilla Orchestra, and also have a chance to support Uplift's life-changing work. So I'm so glad to be here with you for this unforgettable evening. When I saw that Urban Guerrilla Orchestra was going to be here, I said, oh, they also want to party. So I like it. You guys look great. We're going to have a great program. We're going to move through it and enjoy the evening and remember the purpose for being here. So to begin, I would like to go ahead and introduce our first award presentation, which is the Trailblazer Award. I see you and I hear you. This award honors someone who's leading by example and breaking barriers in our community. Here to present this award tonight is Senator Sharif Street.
Pardon me, I gotta get my old man eyes out. Tonight I want to present the Trailblazer Award to a person who has worked in the field of reentry and has brought decades of experience. From her work with Philadelphia Fight, to her work with the city, to her work with the New Jersey Department of Corrections. She has set the tone in working to make sure that justice-impacted individuals get the services and the respect and the dignity that they so that they're so deserving of. I'm pleased to present to some and introduce to others the recipient of the Trailblazer Award, Asada Thomas. Asada, please join me.
good evening. Congratulations to my fellow honorees. Thank you, Senator Sharif Street, for not only introducing me, but for your consummate support. Thank you to Atif, Sandy, and the entire Uplift Solutions team for this recognition and for your work in this space. I would like to recognize my family, my staff, my colleagues, and my sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated for coming to celebrate with me. This award, though, tonight, I am dedicated to my mother, who was and is the epitome of teaching us of how to use our voice to speak up. She emulated this for us. She supported me oftentimes alone throughout my life, wrought with the ups and downs of choices, ultimately culminating in my own felony conviction. Thank you, Mom, for always doubling down for me. You know, sometimes you need to scorch the earth to allow new growth. And in those moments, we plant seeds. We water them through our sweat, our determination, unyielding to create a new path. This was my approach when creating a campaign for a wrongly convicted man who, after 26 years on a wrongful conviction, was released on Monday, Tony Robbins, for creating a pre-release program to support persons before they are released from incarceration, and many other paths, all aimed at supporting others. This is what is necessary for the work that we do, to protect and empower the most vulnerable men and women in our communities, particularly the justice impacted. As Matthew 25:45 tells us, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do unto the least of these, you did not do unto the Lord. I am called for this work, and I will continue to serve proudly, deliberately, and unwaveringly now more than ever before. Thank you all.
I love that because her whole crew was ready. Just when we said what the award was, everybody knew who they were ready to cheer on. Congratulations, Asada, and thank you. A well-deserved honor. Your work continues to inspire us all. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna move now to the Uplift Community Partner Award. Yes. Celebrating an organization that uplifts families and promotes growth right here in our community. Presenting this award tonight is Barry Johnson, Vice President of Workforce Solutions. Barry leads Uplift's program operations and effectiveness and brings over 15 years of experience in workforce development. He was previously managing impactful programs for JEVS, Human Services, the Center for Literacy, and the Philadelphia Prison Society. Barry's work is also guided by his own lived experience, giving him a unique perspective that resonates deeply with those who Uplift serves. Please join me in welcoming Barry Johnson to introduce this year's Uplift Community Partner Award recipient.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Barry Johnson. I am the Vice President of Workforce Operations for Uplift Solutions. And it's my honor to present the Uplift Community Partner Award to Fathers and Children Together, or the FACT program, the FACT experience, excuse me. I see you, go ahead, you can do it. You can clap. In 2011, as she mentioned, I came home after serving 10 years of incarceration. And I served some time working for JEVS, Human Services, Prison Society, et cetera. And then I came on board Uplift Solutions in 2017. I was on board for about 3 months when Atif Bostic and I were having a one-on-one meeting, and he was in the chair and he sat back and he said, I think I have an idea. And he said, the idea would involve you being semi-present in a prison. And the first thing I thought is, that's a horrible idea. That was the first thing. That's the first thing I thought to myself. I said, this idea may not work out the way I planned it. However, I've been going in and out, seeing the FACT program, seeing the programs that they run in there, and the impact that they have inside, and also now coming on the outside. And I'm super excited that Atif made that suggestion. They have a 12-week program that was created by the United Community Action Network that aims to break cycles of intergenerational incarceration by reconnecting fathers and grandfathers to their children. Through activities like arts and crafts and one-on-one discussions, fathers and children can build bonds and work through daily challenges with the support of a professional counselor. The FACT program empowers incarcerated fathers to play an active, positive role in their children's lives, helping to guide them in the right direction and build resilience. It's a program that truly embodies the power of partnership and transformation. Please join me in congratulating the team behind the FACT experience and their president, Couture Moore, as they accept the first ever Uplift Community Partner Award.
Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Hello, everyone, and honorees. My song of choice was The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But I thought about choosing Level Up by Sierra, because that's how I felt when I took on this role as president of FACT. A level up, for me personally, to have a greater impact on helping our incarcerated fathers and their children. But I chose Lauryn Hill's song because it helps to professionally and personally define FACT and myself so eloquently. The words are, my world, it moves so fast today. The past, it seems so far away. And life squeezes so tight, I can't breathe. Imagine 20 children in fatherless homes. 8 having an okay relationship, 8 having a strained relationship, and the other 4 maybe not even having a relationship at all, or maybe not even meeting their father ever, until FACT comes along. And with myself and the rest of our external board and our very instrumental internal board, the staff at Phoenix, and a plethora of acquaintances, volunteers, co-parents, officials, and of course, Uplift Solutions, we make this thing work for our children, our community. Prepared, but unprepared. How's that? So, and with it working, the world isn't moving so fast anymore. The past doesn't seem that far away, and life isn't squeezing so tight, and we can breathe. You never really know the true impact you have on those around you. You never know how much your compassion has turned someone's entire life around, and you never know how much someone needed that hug or deep talk. So don't wait to be that compassionate, impactful person, and don't wait for someone else to be that first before you. And don't wait for better circumstances or for someone to change. Just be that person, because you never know how much someone needs it, and that's a fact. So thank you to Barry, thank you to Uplift Solutions, the whole team. Thank you to our internal and external board, and we appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Congratulations once again to Katura and to Fact and her team for dedication, of course, to empowering families, the Uplift Community Partner Award. Our next award, the Unparalleled Perseverance Award. This one honors an individual whose resilience and commitment to serving others has left a lasting impact on our community. Tonight, we recognize Mel Wells, president of One Day at a Time, or as I like to say, and we all like to say, ODAT. And sometimes when people say, how are you, what's going on, Shari, sometimes I say, ODAT. Presenting this award is Arun Prabhakaran, president of the Urban Affairs Coalition, who's never heard his name pronounced correctly. He oversees all operations with a budget of $80 million. I also understand he's the former chief of staff to DA Larry Krasner. He's been dedicated to improving life chances for vulnerable populations through initiatives in the community and economic development. Arun, we are grateful for your leadership and your presence here tonight. Please join me in welcoming Arun to the stage.
Thank you, Terry. Well, all right. What a night. Look at this. It's tremendous. Give it up for Uplift Solutions one more time. Thankfully, Teef and team have given me some housekeeping, so as we honor our honorees with these outstanding achievements, I'd like to remind everybody there is still an opportunity to support the mission of Uplift Solutions through the Text to Give program. Now you'll see your QR code on your program card. Honestly, I didn't know what they meant by that. So here is the program card. Here's the QR code. Help your friend, help your neighbor. Because every contribution, large or small, helps reach the $5,000 goal to expand critical programs for justice-involved individuals, empowering them on their path to success. So reach in your pocket, QR code. Let's make it happen tonight. And it is my honor to present the Unparalleled Perseverance Award to my brother, Mel Wells, President and CEO of One Day at a Time. Who that? Who that? Give it up, give it up. All right. This special connection between the Urban Affairs Coalition and One Day at a Time started 4 decades ago when Reverend Henry T. Wells and Margaret Mom Wells, as she is known very affectionately to many of us, founded One Day at a Time to provide vital services to people who are suffering from addiction, homelessness, and HIV/AIDS. Now, since then, a lot has happened. But in 2005, Mel took the helm of One Day at a Time. He's expanded ODAT's reach tremendously, launching programs that support addiction recovery, violence prevention, transitional housing, and so much more. Under his leadership, ODAT serves 57,000 individuals in Philadelphia annually, and boasts a robust alumni network of over 100,000, maybe one day, 10,000 graduates. We're getting to 100. And their families. That means that ODAT has made recovery possible for you don't even know how many households in this city. He's an unwavering advocate for Philadelphia's most vulnerable communities. As you know, he works directly with city leaders, whether it's our good brother Sharif Street, Madam Sheriff Rochelle Bilal, D.A. Krasner, the mayor, the governor, you name it, Mel works with them. And he uses that platform to address gun violence, opioid crisis, and income inequality. He is known to policymakers at every level, yet Mel remains rooted deeply in the community. He is often working one-on-one with people in need. He lives the ODAT mission. He is personal and hands-on. He embodies the values that his parents imbued in him over 40 years ago, and his legacy and resilience of advocacy has impacted countless lives, reminding us all of the power of unparalleled perseverance. With that, I'd like to invite our friend, Senator Sharif Street, to join me on the stage to present a special citation to Mel for his contributions and his remarkable journey of service. Senator Street.
Thank you. It is really an honor. I've known Mel's work from almost both of our lives and have watched him grow into a remarkable leader. Mel, that your dad and mom, I'm real proud of you. Whereas the Senate of Pennsylvania takes great pleasure in recognizing those citizens who through dedication and excellence contribute in a meaningful way to the well-being of their communities and ultimately to all the people of this great Commonwealth. And whereas Mel Wells being honored by Uplift Solutions during its Hardship to Hope annual awards reception and gala, which will be held on November 7th, 2024. And whereas Mr. Wells has served as President and Chief Executive Officer one day at a time since 2005, the organization has been dedicated to serving individuals and their families in the Philadelphia area since 1983. The son of the organization's founder, Mr. Wells has led the organization to build and strengthen communities through mentorship, recovery initiatives, and to provide critical services, housing, and resources to those in need. In addition, he expanded its work to include peer support and the promotion of healthy, positive lifestyles through a holistic array of services, including counseling, linkage to health and social services, traditional housing, and community outreach. Any definition of a full and productive life must include service to others. Through his many initiatives to benefit his community, led by his personal example, Mr. Wells has clearly reflects the true spirit of and mission of Uplift Solutions. Now, therefore, the Senate of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania congratulates Mel Wells upon his richly deserved recognition, affirmatively states that he is a shining example of community spirit, whose many contributions are worthy of deep gratitude and respect. It directs that a copy of this document, sponsored by me, Senator Sharif Street, be transmitted to Mr. Wells on this day. Ms. Mel, the Senate of Pennsylvania hereby honors you. Please come up and get your award and your recognition.
That was my theme song, I Trust in God. I thank for the room, and Street took most of my time already. But before I put my list together for anything moving forward, I thank the Almighty God. I'm not hearing God name enough nowadays when people receive awards. But for me, all glory goes to God. Also, the name, a lot of times people be scared to actually say. And I honor him and I get on my knees for him. That's Jesus Christ who teaches me how to persevere. There's no shame in my game when it comes to that. I also pay homage to my mother and my father. It's hard to receive something without them around. But I honor my mom tonight because my mama prayed for me. And she also prayed for organizations like Uplift to save more men who are young men out of the in the streets to become men like me through Uplift as well. The Bible states in James 1, consider it pure joy when trials and tribulations come your way, because the testing of your faith will produce perseverance. And the only reason I'm here has nothing to do with me, but just holding on to that robe of God. Also, I have to do a special shout out for my best friend. No shame in my game, Tasha, my ride or die chick, my wife, who was with me on those sleepless nights. And that's my wife, Tasha, and I honor her, who's out there, I love you, along with our kids. I also honor the One Day at a Time staff. It's well over 102 of us that are on staff at One Day at a Time. And I am nothing without my staff who watches my back. Also, I just wanted to make sure I stopped for a moment to give a special shout out to most of the people in the room. District Attorney Larry Krasner, Lamar Stewart, Senator Street, Senator Hayward. Thank y'all for laying down the foundation, UAC, Sheriff Bilal, for me to be able to grow up. It was the village that loved me, like Uplift, to get to this point. So I'd be a fool not to uplift y'all for helping lift me up to get to this point for God. So thank you for that. But lastly, I don't want to preach to you. I know Shreek's like, no, don't start that preaching, right? I'll start talking about God is over. But I will give you one more scripture. That the Bible states that a friend is closer than a brother. The one person we need to really give a round of applause to tonight is a guy who's been my true friend. Times when I was ready to throw the towel in. When I got tired of politics and red tape, wanting to help our people that are in the middle of the community. And that was no other than my praying part. I'm gonna call him. And I was able to lean on him. He answers his phone 24 hours a day. And he is the president of Uplift. And that is my big brother, Atif. I love you. My mom and dad, I love you. You are a friend from God. Give Atif a round of applause because he's doing the massive work of an angel with being more than a conqueror with the streets of Philadelphia. If some boys wasn't in your program, if some young men wasn't in your program, there'd be more men in the jail cells in the graveyard. You better salute God and Atif and Uplift for that. I love you. Thank you very much. God bless.
I knew we were going to church. I knew we were going to church, and I'm glad that we did. Mel, congratulations and thank you for everything you just shared. A round of applause for Mel and well-deserved recognition. His leadership is truly inspiring. Y'all all right? We're gonna keep it moving. Y'all okay? Our next award is the Visionary Award. It recognizes a leader whose dedication and forward thinking have transformed lives. This year, we are honored to recognize Reverend Dr. Alan E. Waller of Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church. His vision has brought hope and opportunity to so many. Accepting on his behalf tonight is his wife, Dr. Ellen J. Waller. Presenting this award is Pierre Bradford Gray, a valued member of the Uplift Board of Directors and head of the Civil Rights Division at Marone Law. Pierre leads the Civil Rights Litigation Department at Marone Law, bringing her extensive experience as a trial attorney to resolve complex cases and advocate for justice. Please welcome Pierre Bradford Gray to present the Visionary Award.
Thank you to the beautiful Shari, and thank you, Noels, for giving us that real reason to rejoice. How you guys doing tonight? All right? This is an amazing event. I want to thank Atif for being just the leader you are. Thank you so much to the Uplift community. And before I begin, I have to remind you that this is an organization that really needs financial support and help to keep doing the wonderful that it does. So please, remember to look in your program, look at the QR code, not just look at it, but do something with it. Make a donation to Uplift Solutions. We have a goal tonight, a modest goal of $5,000. I think we can reach that and beyond. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah. So make sure you do that. Now, it is my honor. Wait, I have another message for people. I don't know where you are who needs to hear this, but I have to say this. We gonna be all right. If you know, you know, all right? I needed that for myself, so I'm just gonna keep that there. Because I know this is a nonpartisan organization, so I'll keep that there. But it is my honor and distinct pleasure to present the award, the visionary award, I love visionaries, to Reverend Dr. Alan E. Waller. One of my pastors, probably everyone's pastor in here, or even at least half the people in here, but senior pastor of Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, and since becoming senior pastor in 1994, Dr. Waller has overseen incredible growth, leading Enon to become one church in 2 locations, with a congregation of over 15,000 members and more than 75 ministries dedicated to community engagement and social change. I'm gonna pause because we need to clap for that. That reaches the masses. For nearly a decade, Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church has been a deeply committed partner of Uplift Solutions, especially in support of our Workforce Solutions program. This program, which I also serve on the advisory board for, is Uplift's Workforce Development Initiative, designed to equip justice-involved individuals with life skills and technical training needed to secure meaningful, long-term employment. That's impressive, and I really thank you for that. Together, Enon and Uplift are committed to addressing barriers to employment and creating pathways to a brighter future for those re-entering society. Dr. Waller's partnership and support of this program have been transformative, enabling us to reach hundreds of individuals and provide stability and resources they need to rebuild their lives. Tonight, it's my privilege to not only recognize Dr. Waller's dedication to the community, but to have the honor of saying thank you to Sister Dr. Ellen Jo Waller for being that pillar by his side, but also being a leader and a transformational visionary in your own right. Dr. Waller, it's been a pleasure to see you do your thing and inspire individuals like me. And I'm inspired by everyone in here that is an unsung hero that never gets to get up here and get an award, but you do the work every day. So thank you for all those unsung heroes, and thank you for the many people that have the title and the responsibility and uses it right. Dr. Ellen Jo Waller, please come up and accept the Visionary Award for Dr. Reverend Alan Waller.
I want to say thank you to one of my favorite Philly people, Kier Bradford Gray, for that awesome introduction. And shout out and to the Uplift family, specifically Atif and Sandy, for this great honor. Uplift's commitment to others is truly exemplary. The choice of the song, of course, was my husband's. It's him singing. It's one of his new singles to come. But it is my story as well. I've been the partner in marriage and ministry to Reverend Dr. Alan E. Waller for 35 years, and he has been the visionary leader of the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church for 30 years. And his leadership, I must say, has changed the lives of thousands. That life-changing has happened through the powerful preaching of God's Word, engaging in civic efforts, and giving of himself to others. You all know that Reverend Dr. Alan E. Waller is truly a visionary. He's been a visionary who's been thinking about and planning for the future for over 30 years, thinking about and planning for the future of Philadelphia, thinking about and planning for the future for the betterment of others. Having made Jesus his choice from childhood, he is called and committed to doing what Jesus did, serving others because of his love for God, loving his neighbor as himself, and serving the least of these. On his behalf, I am honored to accept this award, which celebrates his efforts to be more like he who has called us out of darkness into this marvelous light. Thank you, and may God bless each of you. Good night.
We do have a special message from Pastor Waller that we are going to play. We thank you so much to Dr. Waller receiving on Pastor Waller's behalf, and now we will have a quick video message from the Reverend himself. So thank you to the Wallers, as Kiera said, it's her pastor, probably everyone's pastor in the room, so yes, me included, so it's wonderful to see the Wallers always, and thank you for what you do in this community, well deserved. Our next award is the Hardship to Hope Award, a powerful acknowledgement of an individual whose journey reflects resilience, determination, and transformation. Tonight's honoree, Chris McLean, exemplifies the strength and courage that it takes to overcome adversity and find purpose. Presenting this award tonight is Lauren Rude, Senior Case Advisor for Uplift Workforce Solutions. In her role, Lauren is responsible for developing individualized plans for each participant, guiding them to resources and helping them overcome social barriers to achieve lasting success. Lauren's work is essential to supporting Uplift's mission and creating meaningful change in the lives of participants. Please join me in welcoming Lauren Rude to the stage to present the Hardship to Hope Award.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Rude. I am the Manager of Client Services for Uplift Solutions. I am honored to present the Hardship to Hope Award to Chris McLean, someone who truly embodies resilience and transformation. Chris's journey has not been easy. Chris was struggling to find steady employment, facing countless closed doors and unexpected barriers. It was during this challenging period that he connected with Uplift Solutions and enrolled in the CDL and HVAC training program. When Chris initially joined, it was for the technical skills. He discovered that Uplift offered so much more. In addition to the hands-on training, he found a supportive community that encouraged self-reflection and helped him rebuild his confidence. As Chris puts it, Uplift was my yes after so many no's, a place where he felt seen and supported even when job leads were hard to come by. With his certifications and Uplift's continued encouragement, Chris recently secured a position as an assistant conductor trainee with SEPTA. He is thrilled to share this success with the Uplift community that stood by him every step of the way. Looking forward, Chris aims to work in the HVAC industry and hopes to return to Uplift one day to inspire future students, reminding them that with the right support, transformation is indeed possible. Please join me in congratulating Chris McLean, this year's recipient of the Hardship to Hope Award.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Uplift program for honoring me with this award. This recognition means more to me than words can express. It is a testament not just to my own effort, but to the collective support of the people who believe in second chances and in the power of redemption. I spent 15 years as a police officer, so clearly my life was flipped upside down after making one bad decision and found myself being incarcerated on the wrong side of the law. When I started this new journey of rebuilding my life, there were days when hope seemed distant and I felt unsure about whether I could truly get past the barriers that a criminal history puts on your life. But I've come to realize that you have to be persistent when it comes to making the most of your second chance. The path of redemption isn't easy, but it's worth every step. I stand here today not as someone who has it all figured out, but as someone who has learned that failure isn't final and that setbacks do not define us. What defines us is the decision to get back up, to keep moving forward, and to embrace growth, and to believe the possibility of change. To anyone in this room who is facing a similar challenge, I want you to know that your past does not have to determine your future, and you are more than the mistakes you have made. The key to moving forward is realizing that the choice to improve starts with you, and that's a choice that you can make one day at a time. I would not be standing here today without the amazing support of my parents and my family, but also the guidance and encouragement from the Uplift program and the people who run it. They've given me not just new career tools, but the belief that change is possible for anyone who is willing to take accountability for their actions and to put the work in to become a better version of themselves. Thank you again for this honor. I am proof that with determination, the right support, and the courage to embrace a new beginning, we can all rewrite our stories. Let's keep pushing forward, and together we'll show the world that second chance success stories do exist. Thank you.
Such an inspiring story. Thank you, Chris, for who you are and what you share. And congratulations on an inspiring journey. Your story is a powerful reminder of the impact that Uplift Solutions can make. I tell people all the time, you hear about organizations, but when you can put faces and real stories to what's happening, it makes the difference and also helps people understand why you should be a part of it. At this time, we invite you to watch a special video that highlights Uplift's transformative work.
Uplift Solutions would like to share part 1 of our new docuseries, Hardship to Hope, which tells the stories of how Uplift has forever changed the lives of so many people, and why up is the only way out.
My name is Wayne Jamal Garrett, and this is my story of hardship to hope. I actually come from with the uptown area, Germantown area of Haines Street, all the way up to the age of 11. We went on to live in Southwest Philadelphia, and that's when my life changed significantly, because it was a culture shock, because the environment that we had moved into was more hostile. Moving to Southwest Philly, I was on 49th Street, so 3 blocks away from 52nd Street. I remember clearly being jumped on 49th in Baltimore by some local kids. And it was at this point in my life where me adapting to this environment, I learned that I had to be just as violent as others in order to survive. Drug use and violence was the norm there. So I had to adapt to this environment that wasn't fit for me. I started going to a school called Anna Howard Shaw. Anna Howard Shaw was rated the worst school in Philadelphia. So with that being said, another culture shock. I came from a close-knit family. Now I'm going out to a society that holds school where people are using pancake and syrups, which would be codeine, cough syrup, Xanaxes, and Percocets. And this is the tender age of 12, mind you. And I specifically remember sitting in the classroom and I heard something drop on the ground. Remember, I'm 12 years old, drop on the ground, and a guy dropped a handgun. And everybody looked down like, oh man, this guy got a handgun. And the teacher looked down and then looked away, like gave it a blind eye. So it was a balance between home life and going to school. So my mom is involved with an individual that I don't get along with. She's working, so I don't want to come home until she's home because I don't want to have to deal with him. Then going to school, I don't want to have to deal with that culture shock and that different environment. So I was stuck in between two worlds. Now outside looking in, I just looked like a troubled child that just couldn't get right. But no one ever stopped to know that I was in a school that I shouldn't have been into, and I was dealing with family issues at home. The first crime I actually committed was across the street from Clark Park, and we took these tricycles. Thought it was a great idea. Oh, look, there's a playground inside this. And we climbed over the gates and stole the tricycles. And we come down Springfield Avenue. We get around 49th and Springfield, and these cops just pull up. And we learned the hard way, you know, so they really dug into us for that. And then from there, I went to a place called St. Gabriel's Hall. So then I got introduced to other people who were in the facility who were selling drugs and just doing all this different criminal activity. And these are my peers, and that's what I ended up doing too. And I did feel bad about it. But later on, I just continued to get into trouble. I have to add that I did another state bid for narcotics. I was selling 4 different narcotics. But this particular time when I went back to prison, I had made up in my mind, I am not going back. This is not the life I want for myself. This is not the way that I was raised. I was tired of bringing shame to my family, my mother, my father, my brothers and sisters. I have 10 brothers, 7 sisters. I'm the oldest boy, so a lot of people look up to me. It just wasn't the life for me. There was no rewards in what I was doing. So I decided to change my ways when I went back in. Anything that reminded me of my old life, I turned my back on it. And I did come out successfully in December of 2016 after doing 7 years. Came home, I had to report back to the parole officer. When I got to his office, he had a stack of papers on his desk. He took one and slid it across the table and said, well, Wayne, since you don't have employment, you have to take this program with Uplift Solutions.
I was glad, I was ecstatic when he entered the Uplift program because he enjoyed it. They helped him. They helped him to grow. The people there liked him.
I walked inside and met Monique Oakman. And she poured so much love and attention into us to show that she wanted us to win. And I was attracted to that. I wanted to be a better individual. And I remember her specifically illustrating a man looking in a mirror that had like a thug appeal, but the person he saw in the mirror had a suit on. And the caption read, show him something different. So that's how I started living my life. After that I was showing them something different. From that day on, and she'll tell you, I started showing up to Uplift as a participant dressed like I was a manager because I wanted to show the world something different.
I played this clip in my class of a man in a hoodie looking into a mirror, seeing himself with a suit and tie on. I wanted my students to learn not to see themselves as a version of your past, but see yourself as who you could be in the future.
Wayne would come to class when he was still in the program. He would always come dressed up and he would say that, you know, I'm dressing for my future job.
And again, I give that credit to Monique. I wanted to do what Monique was doing.
You know, those nice outfits that Wayne would wear to class, he wears them and now he's teaching the class.
I wanted to take my experience, my love, my experience and strength and hope, and I wanted to outpour it to other people. So once I saw they had an opening for a community engagement and reentry coordinator, I kept knocking on the door until they opened it up. When they let me in, here I am.
You know, Wayne came on board as a community engagement specialist, but also as the president of the UAA, which is the Uplift Alumni Association.
When Wayne decided to go back to work for Uplift, I thought that was amazing because it gave him the opportunity, because now part of his job, he actually goes back into the prisons and he talks to people, he talks to the inmates, and he gives people hope.
doing a session with the class, like his articulation and his connection with them, he's just doing well, and it's making him feel proud. He's proud of what he's doing. He's proud of being a part of Uplift.
I don't look at Uplift as a program. I look at it as an opportunity, right? And as the logo said, is an arrow pointing up out of the box. That's how I feel at Uplift. I don't feel boxed in, but I feel like someone who's broken out of a box and seeing all these great things that you can just do in life only if you believe in yourself. I would always say, and they know that Uplift saved my life. Uplift is the best thing that has ever happened to me.
He just became, I'm just amazed at the man that he is becoming, and I'm getting ready to tear up.
You can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up.
Let's welcome Wayne to the stage with his incredible story. If you're not touched by that, I don't know what you were watching.
Thank you. I definitely have mixed thoughts about this. First I want to say, I talked to my brother Will earlier, and the first thing I thought was, and thank you for confirming that, Mr. Mel Wells, that a lot of times as I meet different people, I hear, oh, you're a good brother, it's a good dude, this, that, and the third, right? But I was taught there's three ways to be seen: the way I see myself, the way others see me, and then who I am for real. And with that being said, when you see all the good things about me, you ain't seeing me, you seeing God. You seeing Christ, because that's the blood I'm covered in. Because without any of that, trust me, I'm just a filthy rag thug criminal. It is because God that I was able to see the better me, because he is in me. But not only that, right? And I don't want to get preachy here, but if you heard of the story in the Bible, Lazarus died. That was the first person, I think, that was resurrected. But when Christ called him out of the grave, he said, loose that man and let him go, because he was still in his grave clothes and he couldn't move. He was stationary because he was still mummified. And what he told, loose that man and let him go. See, what it's saying is, it takes a community to raise the dead. You can't do it on your own. I'm a Lazarus. Atif, people like Atif, Barry, Julia, Mel Wells, Suleiman. It's a lot of people. My mother, my father, my wife, of course. My wife deal with a lot dealing with me. But it takes a community of people to raise individuals like me. It's not like I came out in the door on my own. People took stock in me and believed in me. So with that being said, if we truly want to see a change in the community, it takes an effort of everybody in this room. Because I was told when I worked in Brown Superstore, they said, if you see trash, don't pass it up, pick it up. So if you complain and they doing this on the streets and this is happening, but you're not taking any investment to change it, you're part of the problem. Remember that, you're part of the problem if you're not part of the solution. So I don't have the thing in my hand, but it's a QR code, right, that we have. And I would ask this, it takes money to make things happen. I want to see this continue to grow. It's more Wayne Garris. I was just the one that I was lucky enough to get picked, but there's many more people out here that's doing way more amazing things than me. But it takes people to invest. So if you got it, give it up. It's going to help people. Because I see people walking around here with some nice shoes on now. I know you got some money because you're looking real good. So take that money and you can sit back and you can see more Wayne Garrett. But it ain't just men, it's also women who are returning from incarceration that can use some help. Alright? So with that being said, alright, you gotta stop clapping so you can hear this information, get that money up. Alright? So So you can text it to 44834 and you can put H2H. Again, you can text that to 44834 and you text H2H, all right? And with that being said, I just want to thank Uplift Solutions, and I want to give a special shout out to Jeff Brown and Sandy Brown and the entire Brown Superstore, because they were the first ones to give me a chance to invest in me, and for that I'm ever grateful. Thank you very much. You can get me in trouble. Mom, this is not my idea, but they are asking me to call you up. Get me in trouble. This is the woman that took a lot of time to invest in me and never gave up on me, and this is why I was able to become a better man. Mom, I love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne, for sharing your story. Y'all ready to eat? Okay, the party's too nice not to have good food, so let's do that. We ask that you remain seated because it is time now to serve the dinner. Remain seated at your table so that we can make sure that the service team doesn't miss you, so you get your food efficiently. Also, once dinner is served, we'll continue the program featuring a fireside chat with Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner and Uplift Solutions President and CEO Atif Bostic. I will be moderating that discussion, and then we'll explore the ways the DA's office and community organizations like Uplift Solutions are working together to reduce crime and recidivism here in Philadelphia. As we get ready to receive our meal, we are also going to now hear a song from one of the lead singers of the orchestra here that is here with us, Urban Gorilla. So please enjoy the music, and we're going to take only a brief pause here so everyone can receive their meal, and then we will be back. Enjoy the song.
We're gonna
enjoy your meal, we want you to do that. But we also have an important conversation that we want to have this evening as well as part of the program. So if you could, out of courtesy, y'all want me to call names? I see a few names back there. We're going to move now to the second half of our program here tonight. It has been well thought out and well planned for what we would do in this evening. Come here and celebrate those who are making an impact in this community. And as part of this, as we are enjoying the dinner and preparing to move to the dessert and dancing, before that, tonight we have a unique opportunity to hear from two of Philadelphia's leaders in justice reform and community support. We're only separated by a set of drums. Don't worry about that. These are still my friends, even though we're at a distance. A pleasure to introduce to you District Attorney Larry Krasner and Uplift Solutions President and CEO of Boston. DA Krasner is currently serving his second term as Philadelphia's DA, bringing over 34 years of experience in criminal justice and civil rights. He's no stranger to this community. Known for his commitment to social justice, DA Krasner has defended countless advocates, protesters, activists, dedicating his career to civil rights and empowering underserved communities. His role as DA reflects a focus on reducing crime through collaboration and innovative reform. DA Krasner has lived in Philadelphia for more than 3 decades with his lovely wife, retired Judge Lisa M. Rao, and also their 2 sons. Glad to see you here, Judge. Atif Boston joined Uplift Solutions in 2015, guiding this organization through a strategic realignment to focus exclusively on workforce development for justice-involved individuals. Under his leadership, Uplift has become a transformative force, providing critical resources, job training, and support that fosters long-term success. And I've heard it time and time again, all the shout-outs on the stage tonight, well-deserved. Atif has won numerous awards for his community leadership and serves on multiple boards and government committees advocating for workforce and social justice initiatives across Philadelphia. Please welcome again DA Larry Krasner and Atif Boston. DA Krasner, we know that Philadelphia's recidivism rates, there has been some improvement with programs focused on community support. And we hear all the time about collaborations from the mayor's office, through every office, yours, with police, community partners, and it takes a combined effort. We know that, like Uplift Solutions, to be a part of it. For individuals leaving the justice system, though, finding pathways to success, more and more of them are able to do it, but of course they need support. And our goal here is to drive the rates even lower, creating a safer and stronger Philadelphia. The significant challenges, though, they're well publicized. As you know, I cover them daily. Can you share then how the DA's office has worked with organizations like Uplift Solutions to address the challenges, not only to reduce crime, but for those who get the opportunity to get out, that they don't once again commit more crimes?
Well, you might say I'm the lucky beneficiary of an awful lot of people in this room who make my life a lot easier, because I don't have a whole lot of criminal cases when people do prevention like the people in this room are doing prevention in the city of Philadelphia. I spent over 30 years in court, primarily as a trial lawyer, a criminal defense and civil rights lawyer, before I took this job 7 years ago. And it became clear to me pretty quickly that when you are in a courtroom where somebody is going to jail for life because that person took somebody else's life, that doesn't really look like justice. That is a sliver of justice. Justice is when the blood never hits the ground, the gun is never pulled, the bullet is never fired. And so I have incredible respect for people who do that prevention, who make sure that crime does not happen. As we sit here today, Philadelphia is actually leading the nation in terms of public safety improvements among the big cities, and that's saying a lot, given it's the poorest of the 10 largest cities. That's saying a lot, given that it, in fact, has been a chronically violent city for decades. I believe the number one key to public safety is prevention. And the number two is modern enforcement. All of us who work together within law enforcement, with the mayor, with Kevin Bethel, you know, we all do our part, but there's absolutely no question that it's the community-based organization, it's the parents, it's the camp counselors, it's the school teachers, it's the siblings. Those are the people who are making the most important difference. It is the good job. It's the $22 an hour. Those are the things that make the biggest difference. This year, this very year, it is very possible Philadelphia will have the third, the second, or the first lowest I said, number of homicides in the last 56 years. And the people in this room are the ones who make it possible to be safer and to be freer at the same time. The guy sitting next to me, well, his organization was the subject of one of our micro grants. Our office has a bunch of money basically taken from drug dealers that we give away because we are not permitted by law to use it for payroll, and we give it to organizations that get it done and do it well. Uplift Solutions was one of the recipients. It was a $50,000 amount. And while that may not sound like a lot, bear in mind that we've given away about $4 million since 2021 of money that was taken from people who were preying on the community, and we put it back into those communities. Icons Sports, for those of you who know Jasmine Smith, it's another example. Mighty Writers, it's another example. These are absolutely wonderful organizations that make incredible differences. So that's part of it. It's a closeness with community, but the final part, and then I'll be quiet, I promise, is we have some people in the office who do incredible community engagement, connect with these organizations, know what's going on, are able to tell the true story, the one that you don't get, about how things are getting better as we try to do better and better. We got 3 of them sitting here. They kind of look like the kids in a school class who are cutting up. One of them is Aunt Brown. Hey, Aunt, wave, please. Aunt Brown does amazing social media, which he learned on his own and does a beautiful job. Curtis Crossland's right there. Curtis is a gem. He's also did 34 years for a crime that I'm telling you I know he did not commit, and I've never seen a happier man on the planet since he got out. All right, I got the mic. Come on. He's also a deacon, so you know where this is going. And then we have G. Lamar Stewart, who, of course, wears every hat there is. He is senior advisor in the office. He's the head of our community engagement. He is a pastor. He is also a police officer. This is how we are so connected. This is how we are able to take our limited resources and try to support the incredible prevention work that is done.
You say 50,000 might not sound like a lot, but I know Atif knows what I know. Every dollar matters when people are doing community work. So thank you, DA, for allocating resources and having a team that helps you figure out who can do the most with what they're given. Atif, Uplift Solutions, does provide a unique support system, and we've seen it and heard it in action from those who've come up on the stage. But justice-involved individuals, giving them these workforce opportunities, the life skills. Tell us more about how Uplift's programs are structured to address specific needs of these individuals, this population coming home, trying to stay home, and not go back into the system.
Sure, thank you for that. Number one, thank you, DA President, for your support. Obviously, investment in the work, great leaders in the room. Again, my brother Mel Wells and others doing the work. And thank you for that. What we do when we think about the structure of the work is, number one, we start with understanding why, or trying to understand why things happen, right? And what we then work backwards to try to figure out how to address them. So, for example, we understand that trauma is a significant issue within the communities that we serve. Isolation, socialization are issues in the communities that we're looking to serve. So one of the things that we do is we treat that. So anyone coming into our programs, we're doing cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy. We're providing stipends, trans passes, so material supports to individuals to help to lift them up. And then the thing that's crucial and critical for them is employment, right? Giving them jobs. And so connecting to employment is also vital in the work that we do.
D.A. Krasner, you mentioned a minute ago, we led off talking about the collaboration that, just it has to happen for change to really show up. We all know one organization, one person can make an impact, but can do more with others. When we talk about the collaboration and community-driven programs, can you share some insights on how the partnerships work on a practical level? Like what really does that look like? What recent changes or initiatives have come as a result of a jointed effort?
Well, I think I have to give a lot of credit to the mayor, and also have to give a lot of credit to the police commissioner, because they do support the idea of collaboration, as you've heard many times. And if you look at their life's work, if you look at their life's journey, you cannot be a school teacher, get a master's in education, unless you care about young people and believe in their potential and believe in their future and understand how crucial that is. You cannot be Kevin Bethel. For those of you who don't know, you wouldn't be Kevin Bethel without understanding where he came from and how hard he fought to reduce the number of kids who were unnecessarily brought into the criminal justice system in juvenile court. And if you ask him, he'll tell you that he was on the verge of being there himself. This is a city that went from about 15,000 juvenile criminal cases a year to about 2,500 now, okay?
That's a big drop.
It's a big drop. It took decades, and it was long before he was commissioner, when he was doing it. These are people who care deeply about the kinds of things that are being done by this organization. And so we have that common ground. And I think every one of us recognizes that the most important influences on young people revolve around mentoring, revolve around seeing a future, revolve around doing things about the deprivation that surrounds them so they don't become desperate. Deprivation equals desperation equals a gun. And so they understand this, and we all have to do what we can, and I think we do what we can to work together in that regard.
The reporting we did just a week ago was that the violent crime in Philadelphia is down 40% over year to year. And that's pretty astounding, and we know it didn't just start last year. The work has been ongoing. The DA just mentioned mentoring. Can you talk about the importance of that alumni group that you have, that you guys call within Uplift Solutions, those who've made it through the program and they come back? How does that help strengthen Uplift's partnership and really show people that what you're doing is working?
Yeah, absolutely. And so, with the work that you're doing and the reporting that you're doing on the numbers, there's a few things that have come up, right? So we now started to focus on credible messengers and individuals that have lived experience that actually go into the communities and work with individuals committing crimes. And so the best way to build that is to connect them to purpose. And so through our alumni network, it allows us to do our work, serve individuals, and then connect them to a purpose of giving back. The other part of that is having people to lead it with that lived experience. So it's not myself leading it or someone that doesn't have lived experience. You actually heard from him earlier today. It's actually Wayne Garrett, who leads our alumni association, the president of our alumni association, who has that experience that can connect with individuals to say, look, the thing you're doing, this is what it leads to. And
it's more believable.
It makes it more believable.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. And the other part too is that individuals now get to go back in the communities that they may have destroyed and rebuild those communities and have a vested interest in it. And I joke and I tell people to come to one of our centers all the time. I said, this is the safest place in Philadelphia. And I say, this is the safest place because we have all the people that did all the stuff. And the reason that that's true is because no one's coming here unless the people who did all the stuff, right? And so it is really about that, about them connecting, lifting up, and rebuilding the community, having a vested interest in it, and a vested interest in protecting it.
I see a lot of our city and county leaders in the room, and so when we talk about collaboration, I see a lot of the faces that are part of that work. My last question to the both of you is in regards to then what can the future look like? When you think about where you want to be next year, in 3 years, 5 years, future goals built on partnership, how then, for those in this room who are listening, how can they connect with you, D.A. Krasner, all the more to play a role in building a stronger, safer Philadelphia? And it'll be the same question for you, Atif. D.A.?
How can they connect? Go bother G. Lamar Stewart over here, and he will appreciate you bothering him. You know, this room is a big, beautiful room with a lot of people who do amazing things. There's another 5, there's another 10. This city is full of people who have been running their own summer camp out of their back pocket with basketballs they bought themselves at the rec center for 20 years for not a nickel. When all of that comes together, when we are able to connect in all these different ways, it just makes such an enormous difference. You know, where do we want to be moving forward? We want to be freer and we want to be safer, and that's something we're able to do. But that means that when we see success, we don't do what politicians do. What politicians do is turn some other direction, go chase something else. When you're winning the race, you got to hit the gas. And so we have to look at the things that have gone well, and we have to double down and triple down, reach for the wallet, reach for the effort, reach for the organizations that are recognized, lift them up. And if we are able to do that, then we will continue to be safer and freer, and we will go from being a chronically violent city to a consistently safe city.
Atif, what does it look like, the future goals, when you look out to what you hope and where this collaboration work can go?
Absolutely. It looks just like what D.A. Grassley said, right? It looks like having a safer city. But here's what I want to add to it, right? And I appreciate having the opportunity to share the stage with D.A. Grassley because it allows me to make this comment. And the comment is, for everyone in the room, don't worry about and lean into doing the unpopular thing if it's the right thing to do. And why that's important, why I share the stage, and I just want to give you your flowers, D.A. Krasner, is because at the time the things you did were not popular. But guess what? I'm going to use some Philly terms here for a second, right? You trusted the process. And fortunately, it worked out a little different, right, than Coach Brown, right? So we see reductions in crime when you trust the process. But don't be afraid to do that unpopular thing. Lean into it. Take risks because we have to. Right? That's the only way that we're going to move the needle. And again, bring someone along, right? Just like D.A. Krasner talked about, there's 5 other people that you know that you can bring along to invest in this work and continue to do that. And when we do that, we're going to lift the city. We're going to see a more economically vibrant city. At the end of the day, a safer city at the end of the day. And we can achieve that, and we can only achieve that together.
Thank you, District Attorney Krasner and Atif Bostic, for sharing your insights, your commitment to Philadelphia, working together between your offices, the public solutions and community partners in the DA's office. At this time, I want you to remain on the stage, and I'm going to turn the program over to Atif Bostic, who's going to present our final award of the evening, the Changemaker Award. This special recognition honors the joint efforts of the Office of the Mayor, the District Attorney's Office, and the Police Department here in Philadelphia, supporting justice reform and creating meaningful change. Atif, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So I was looking for the podium to come back, but I guess we're not going to get that, but it's okay. We have microphones, and we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going with the program. So, as everyone knows, I have notes, and you can appreciate, I have a message to make sure you text to give, so don't forget to text to give. But I do have the honor to present the Changemaker Award, which recognizes outstanding collaboration in advancing justice and community safety in Philadelphia. This award is presented to 3 crucial partners: the Mayor of Philadelphia, Sherelle Parker, and the Office of the Mayor, the Philadelphia District Attorney, Larry Krasner, and his office, and the Police Commissioner, Kevin Bethel, and the police, and the Police Department. Due to scheduling conflicts, the Mayor of Philadelphia, Sherelle Parker, and Commissioner Kevin Bethel are unable to join us tonight. However, we have the opportunity to present the award to 3 leaders, one that's standing next to me, or sitting next to me. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Look at the DA's office. Look, they're just showing off now. They're just showing off. So I'm going to switch and jump over here. Thank you. All right. So again, due to scheduling conflicts, Commissioner Parker was not able to be with us, and Commissioner Kevin Bethel was not able to be with us this evening. However, we have representing Philadelphia, the City of Philadelphia, Adam Gear, Chief of Public Safety, and representing the Philadelphia Police Department is Deputy Commissioner Joel Gales. And together with District Attorney's Office, led by District Attorney Larry Krasner, these offices have worked closely with Uplift and our community partners to create impactful initiatives that drive public safety and justice reform. This collaboration reflects a shared commitment to supporting those re-entering our communities, reducing recidivism, and building a foundation for lasting change. Their partnership has been invaluable in the success of programs like Uplift Solutions. And we look forward to continuing this meaningful work together. Please join me in honoring the Office of the Mayor of Philadelphia, represented by Adam Gear, the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, represented by Larry Krasner, District Attorney Larry Krasner, and the Philadelphia Police Department, recognized by Deputy Commissioner Joel Gales. So I welcome all you gentlemen to the stage. Look, we're here in the evening, so I'm going to give you the microphone. This is a little scary. Let's see what happens. If you guys want to say some words.
Go first. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm truly honored to be here this evening and accept this award for Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel. I must say that this award definitely describes Kevin Bethel. He is truly a positive change maker in our police department and in our community. For those of you who know Kevin Bethel, he's very passionate and committed to making our city safe, and I can attest to that. You see, I'm still here tonight, and when I leave here, I'm still going to be here tonight, working hard to make sure our city remains safe. So let's give him a round of applause. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for recognizing him tonight. Also, on behalf of Police Commissioner Bethel, I also want to commend and thank Uplift Solutions and all tonight's award recipients, because the District Attorney mentioned it takes a collaborative effort to make a difference in our city. I was looking at the screen tonight, and I don't know if you noticed, it was one of the ads, I think it was PNC, and it said, a strong community can do brilliant things. And this is a prime example of what we can do if we work together. And look at the numbers in the city. It's not just us, it's not just the police, the district attorney's office or the courts, it's everyone working together to make our city a safer and better city. So thank you and God bless.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good evening. So, first of all, surprise, I'm not the mayor. Sorry for that. I'm the Chief Public Safety Director, though, and I humbly accept this award on behalf of the 300th Mayor of Philadelphia, my boss, Sherelle Parker, one of the best bosses I've ever had. Larry's on that list, by the way. Larry's on that list. But she is my current employer, so I gotta give her some props. What is the definition of a change maker? I looked it up real quick. There is no great definition. But James Baldwin says those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it. Right? By others doing it. We get a lot of interruptions from our mayor. So she's, she's one of those folks. And who are some of those other folks? You met Asada, Thomas. Where's the rest of ORP, the Office of Grand Prix Partnerships? Where's the rest of ORP? Raise your hand if you work for ORP. They're around the room, doing incredible work under the leadership of our incredible Asada Thomas. They actually partnered, if you heard, with Uplift Solutions, right, for the Neighborhood Resource Center. Round of applause for that. Bringing into the community critical resources that our returning citizens require need, right? And closer to them, meeting them where they're at so they don't have to go all the way down, right by the CJC, travel from wherever they're coming from, right, to get those critical services. So super proud of that partnership. And more to come, am I right? More to come. We also got our grants team here. Where's our fantastic grants team in the Office of Public Safety? Raise your hand. Hey, raise your hand, grants team. Raise your hand, there they are. They will give out $30 million that they received from City Council this year, within the next couple months. $30 million to some of those grassroots organizations that the DA was talking about, right? Who are applying right now, who we know are a critical part of that prevention and intervention work, which is responsible with our partners in the enforcement as well, right? With the numbers that we have, but no one here, right? None of these incredible partners who have dedicated their careers to justice are letting up. Now is not the time to let up. We are continuing on in making these successes. So I want to thank you on behalf of the mayor. Hardship to hope, right? Sound familiar? Hardship to hope. Let me put it to you another way. There's an African proverb here. Like a mighty ram who takes backward steps, it is not retreating. It moves forward to gain more strength, right? A mighty ram who takes steps backwards. It's not retreating. It's taking steps back to get more strength to move forward, and that's what we all must do together moving forward, right? I had some tough conversations with my daughter. Was feeling down a couple of days ago, feeling much better today, right? Feeling much better today with our tremendous partners and you all who are helping with the work. So feels like we might have taken a couple steps backwards. That's just us getting our strength and power forward. So I want to thank you. I want to thank our tremendous partners. The rest of the honorees, have a great night. We'll be dancing soon. Thanks very much.
All right, it's time to dance, so I'll be quick. You already heard enough from me. But I do want to congratulate all the recipients of this award who do amazing work. It's incredibly important. I want to thank Shari Williams for running such a tight ship around here, doing such a wonderful job. I especially want to lift up Atif Plastic for the incredible work this organization does. And I also want to acknowledge my ride or die chick, Lisa Rao. I may be in trouble for that phrase when I get home, but thank you, Mel Wells. I appreciate that. Finally, I just want to say I know that a lot of you who do the work you do and who care so much about other people might have had a bad day the other day. I know you might have felt a certain kind of way, but the only thing that means is that all of us coming together, should we find that we have people in government who are going to F around, we're going to make sure they find out.
All right, so we're just about there. We're probably about 2 minutes out. So I'm going to finish with some closing remarks. I have a few remarks really quickly, just to close the evening. I just want to reflect on really quickly. This evening we recognized and celebrated the tremendous work being done by some of the region's most outstanding individuals working to address the individual and systemic barriers faced by justice-involved individuals. From the immeasurable support Pastor Waller and Enon Tabernacle Tap Baptist Church provides to support workforce training for justice-involved individuals, to Asada Thomas and the Office of Reentry Partnerships investing in innovative interventions, that's right, to reduce recidivism rates and help individuals successfully reintegrate back into society. Leaders are working selflessly and tirelessly to improve our city. This evening we had the pleasure to recognize Mel Wells for the boots on the ground work he and ODAD are doing to improve the lives of countless individuals in this city. Receiving the Unparalleled Perseverance Award, Mel's dedication to his community, family, and friends are unwavering and absolutely demonstrated in the impact he makes. We also heard from Chris McLean, recipient of our coveted Hardship to Hope Award, reserved for individuals graduating from one of our programs that demonstrate exemplary growth and achievement. Tonight we transition our Hardship to Hope storytelling initiative from paper to the screen. In our debut segment, you met Wayne Garrett, who shared his personal story of hardship to hope. Wayne was one of the earliest program graduates who, like many others, used this opportunity to change the trajectory of his life. And now he works to change the lives of others that come behind him. We close our evening with an amazing, I'm not biased at all, panel discussion on government and community partnerships. Two great panelists up here for that, featuring District Ryder Kreiser and myself. And then we share a tremendous award for the partnership and the work that they're doing in the city. But while we recognize the outstanding work being done, I would like to remind us, every year more than 20,000 people return to Philadelphia from incarceration. Unfortunately, more than 2/3 return to incarceration within 3 years of release. This is a statistic we must change. This is a statistic we're working to change. Since launching our programs in 2017, we have maintained a 2% recidivism rate compared to a national average of 67. This means that more people are being connected to services. More people are being connected to services, employment, and committing less crime. These efforts are making our community safer, economically stronger, and more vibrant. As each of you know, the work cannot be done alone. In addition to the leaders receiving these honors this evening, we partner with countless other organizations. Many of them are present tonight. From our work with Graduate Philadelphia North 10 to form the first of its kind Collective Impact Center, to work with the Office of Reentry Partnerships to launch a first of its kind Neighborhood Resource Center within our North Philadelphia location, as well as our work with the United Way and the Promise to operate workforce programs and host record-clearing events. We understand that it takes more than just one of us. Your presence this evening is a direct investment in our work. Because of you, we can change the trajectory of the lives of our most vulnerable citizens. As I conclude, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you joining us this evening. I'd especially like to recognize the entire team of Uplift Solutions who work tirelessly to bring our mission to life every day. A special thank you goes to Maureen Sislow, who has dedicated countless hours to making this evening possible. I also want to extend my deepest thanks to our board of directors for their steadfast guidance and support, our generous sponsors, and to all of tonight's honorees for your inspiring contributions and partnership. A huge thank you to, as well, High Touch Enterprises for tonight's production, and what you're about to hear, the Urban Guerrilla Orchestra for their incredible music. I encourage everyone to stick around for a few minutes, dance a little bit, and thank you for your generosity, commitment, and support of Uplift Solutions. Together, we are making real change, and now I'd like to turn the program back over to Shari Williams.
Thank you, Atif, and thank you to your team, and congratulations to all of the honorees and speakers tonight. It's been a powerful evening of stories of resilience and community and hope. We do invite you, though, to get ready to enjoy the dessert. They have laid it out very nicely, and I know that this band is amazing, Urban Guerrilla Orchestra. Thank you for your support, for being in the room. I want to thank my mom, Carolyn Williams, who's my guest here tonight, who flew in today from Tennessee. Thank you for being here, Mom. Thank you, Maureen, and to Felicia and her staff for inviting me. On behalf of Channel 6 ABC, this will make the news tonight because it's important. So look for it on 6 ABC. It's a testament of what we can all do together. It's in this room. The power is in this room. So on behalf of Uplift Solutions, I'm Shari Williams with 6 ABC. Let's dance. Let's eat dessert. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.